And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings, guys. You know what time it is. This is Monday. This is October 3rd. So you know what trailer we're watching first. Come on, Wakanda Forever. Everyone's ready. Let's watch it.
All right. Let me know you guys can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him
That's cool.
will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost the protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
There you go.
All right, I'm starting off this time. That was a very good trailer. Just was. I mean, it's an epic looking trailer. I have a few problems. I hate the fact that he continue to kill Chadwick or really they killing T'Challa over and over. Chadwick died once. They're killing T'Challa over and over in all these shows. I hate seeing it. And it's starting to really piss me off. And that's my biggest problem. Like, you know how I feel about, recast T'Challa, how I feel about, even Chadwick saying, you should. I'm not the character. I'm just playing the character. The character should live on, and that's why I definitely believe. And I think that this has a lot more stories to tell, and it's very important. But I just hate the fact that you're killing it over and over again. I feel like the story should have done something else. They continue to have this funeral scene and showing the funeral scene and showing this mural because it's making money, profiting off of someone's death, and I just hate seeing that. And as I said in the previous review, I don't. It's hard finding good movies, especially for Black people, to see them as characters that are superheroes. It's really hard. So that's why I'm like, I know financially, I know a lot of people are going to boycott. I'm not going to boycott because I believe you have to. I don't want to lose characters because I'm upset with their choices. I want to still have that character because I want to, even if they make a choice that he's going to live on in his son, I feel like you still have to have it. I don't want to lose it because of that.
Real quick, I did see somebody else on Facebook talk about it, where it's like saying the same thing. I think it was part of E-Man's movie review. Chicago guys, all that. But somebody was like, he said he wasn't going to boycott it for the same reason. He goes, we can't get a recast T'Challa if they
kill
stop
the entire
making
franchise.
Black Panther movies.
Yeah, that's it.
We're not going to get a recast T'Challa if this movie fails, which I don't think it's gonna fail anyway. But
No,
if it,
I say $1 billion still.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But
that billion.
there's a whole French thing. I don't know how hard that's gonna hit it, but like you said, like if they decide, because they're not gonna blame it on like, oh, that's why. They're gonna be like, oh, it's because
See, you don't support
Shuri,
your black
you don't
characters.
put
Why
you
would I
know,
do this?
yeah, you don't support women, you don't support black characters, you don't like, what we did with Namor, or you don't support Hispanic
He's
characters.
Aztecian. You don't like that. We're not going Hispanic. We're not doing
You know,
Central American characters. We're not doing any of these things.
Marvel already found a way to twist it to kill him in the movie. You don't think they're gonna twist it to blame everything else except for their decision?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So it was like, yeah. So shout out to whoever that was in the E-Man's group, where it said that it's like, we're not gonna recast T'Challa if they're just kind of
if you're going to kill up the whole franchise.
Yeah, and then put Black Panther in like side roles like they do with the Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, Black Panther's gonna show up in New World Order, or he's gonna show up over here in that thing. So
you're gonna be like War Machine. Black Panther's like War Machine, and the fact, don't get me wrong, these are both black characters that are superheroes. They're now on the same level. If you know anything about T'Challa, if you know anything about Black Panther, you know these are now on the same level. How powerful. He's the top 10 smartest person to ever exist in Marvel. Like this is what we're killing. We're killing T'Challa. And that's what I can't get my mind wrapped around it. But I have to go. And that's where I am.
Yeah. I mean, if it's any consolation, we'll probably do a rent out a theater, which doesn't give the movie as much money as renting out every single seat, because we're gonna rent out probably, hopefully. They haven't released those yet.
It's just
that date.
Take next week.
Yeah, probably. But there was 20 of us, and I think we paid, I don't know if it's a lot of money, but $150 between 20 of us, and the theater fit maybe like 80 people, and there was just 20 of us in this giant theater. So doing that probably lost money, overall, so if that's any consolation to it at all.
All right.
But
So if you guys don't know, me and Take are all about recast T'Challa. That's just what it is. But I know Brandon, he's not against it, but he has a different view. So I really want to hear what he has to say about this.
Well, like I've said many times in the past, I get why they would not, why they decided not to recast T'Challa, but based on what we, everything that's kind of transpired with the character several times over, he's had all these near brushes with death. He was technically dead. He was resurrected. Only to die again for good. And, unfortunately, there were obvious circumstances in real life that we have to take into account. I understand why they would want to, kind of honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy, but at the same time, where we've seen things go with the narrative, the fact that there was a lot more longevity in the character.
Yeah.
That sucks that they're bringing the character to an end. Like I said, I'm torn on it. I get the why. There were a lot of contributing factors that were beyond anyone's control, and Kevin Feige just felt like he had to pay. Probably just had to pay. Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler felt like the best course of action was to just pay tribute to Chadwick. But
I still never understand why Feige didn't just wait. There was no rush.
Yeah. He even said, he goes, "Oh, it's too soon to recast.
It's too soon to make the movie."
Exactly. Well, I put out a tweet over on on Twitter, obviously, duh. But it said something like, Kevin Feige said it's too early to recast, but it's not too early to profit off his death. I think. I'm sorry if I cut you off, but this trailer also, like what Chill said, everything's gonna be all right now. The soundtrack in the first one, you said it hit better, which it completely did. This one didn't have the same sadness, which I agree. They should have cut out that whole beginning sequence of the funeral part and started this trailer off with Namor coming down from the sea. Because after that, they never really show Chadwick and the whole funeral part like that. If they would have just focused on that, I think I would have liked this trailer a little bit more, you know, because the beginning part just it left a nasty taste in my mouth for the whole trailer. And we got Namor flying around. He got his little wings flapping, which was like, I literally giggled like a little schoolgirl. I'm like, oh, hey, like, because I like Namor, and I really like what they're doing with this version of him. It's pretty cool, you know.
It makes sense not make him Atlantean.
Yeah.
Why not bring another culture? You know.
Well, also, you know, like Disney doesn't like sharing shit, you know, and like we can't copyright Atlantis. All right, cool. We can copyright, you know, Talokan. You know, like we could do that. You know, like, well, they could try. You know, they tried copywriting Day of the Dead for Coco, and that kind of did not go well.
How you gonna do that? It's been around for longer than you.
Yeah, tell Disney that. But they don't like sharing stuff. So, you know, Aquaman Atlantis is already going on. So they're like, all right, we need to redo our thing. You know, so it'll be interesting to see what goes forward with showing off, you know, this version of Namor, because so far, man, people are really digging him. Really digging him.
Andy says, totally get you guys' view on Black Panther 2. On a lighter note, I've literally never said that a movie was too much like the comic, but those boot wings should have stayed on the page.
No, what?
And then in the same breath, we got all the house on their show. The wings are effing dope.
Yeah,
I'm cool. I'm cool with the ankle wings. I'm cool with that.
And they're not boots. They're like his
That's
actual,
part of it.
because he's a mutant. You know, yeah. Like, what are you talking about? That is awesome, man.
Like, it's amazing.
That is awesome. They're like flapping, which is cool. I never thought how they would do it. You know, I'm like, would they just stay and they kind of like float, or, you know, little thing? They're like hummingbirds, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, you saw what he was doing. He was just like running in the air. You can't fight someone that's in the air doing all those things. That was pretty.
That was super cool. Yeah, he was like dodging everything, and let me mute that. Yeah, he was like dodging everything, and bam, bam, bam. It was like juking in the air, like that was cool. So, you know, seeing Riri was super cool.
I gotta say, I like Riri. Seeing Riri. Riri is more. I'm more excited to see her than I am to see another Black Panther. Shuri, I'm just not. Once again, another person who's a top 10 smartest person ever to be found in Marvel. I'm just not excited to see her as Black Panther this soon. I'm probably more excited for M'Baku than I am for Shuri doing this whole thing. And honestly, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we have 2 or 3 people wearing the Black Panther suit during this thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be cool with it. I mean, do what Thor did. Like, hey, I give you power of Thor. You know, every kid's Thor now. You know.
So, and she has to remake it, you know, in her lab, so she can remake as much as she wants. So everyone can be Black Panther.
If Killmonger just threw on a,
you get a Black Panther. You get a Black Panther. Everybody gets a Black Panther.
Yeah. But, I'm still sticking to my hopeful theory, you know, is we get Star-Lord T'Challa, you know.
That would be the coolest thing ever if that actually did happen. Honestly,
because
I would be the only one in the theater to go, yes!
Yeah.
And we'll look around like, sorry.
You know, yeah, like he wouldn't care that he's not Black Panther. He's like, cool, be Black Panther. You know, like I was a badass without that suit, you know, and let him still be a badass, you know, and then, you know, you can easily bring in a different actor. And
the question is, do you follow comic book more or do you follow movie more? Because those are 2 different things. And if you don't know that, I mean, you really should grab a Black Panther comic book. But, you know, are you excited? Do you think you're going to see Doom? Or do they keep him out?
They keep him
I'm
out.
starting to feel like they might wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have him as an end credit scene.
That's what they've been rumoring too.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they wait.
I don't know if they know how far how the movie's going to go, and that's why I think they're going to bring Doom in. They're going to pull out all the stops. I mean, the runtime is 2 hours and 41 minutes. This is going to be a long movie. They're going to pull out all the stops, everything they can to make sure this movie does well. They're going to try.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to say that. I mean, this is funny. His mutant ability is cankling. Cankle wings. Andy, you're just funny. I just can't. Oh man, you guys anything else for this reaction?
That's about it on my end.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so hard. I have different feelings. Especially watching Woman King and then watching this and you can see the similarities that were taken, especially with the Dora Milaje. Like obviously that was yeah. And in a lot of these other things, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just you can see how great something like that could be with like Woman King if they decide they want to like really put into it. But then I feel like they're holding back a lot. You know what I mean?
I can hear you.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
And well, obviously, if it's 2 hours and 40 some minutes, they are holding back a lot. So we're gonna get a lot of information that we did. Of course, you're gonna get Namor's sister. I mean, someone is going to die from them. That's what's going to start this whole thing. Who dies here, guys? I want who else dies
besides
T'Challa? Who else dies?
I can see like his parents or something. Somebody he loves, somebody Namor loves that kind of starts the whole thing in motion.
His sister's going to die.
Yeah.
She's big.
Yeah. Well, real quick, and then Nerd Show said they're saying we won't see Doom, but he might be teased via Easter egg, maybe. Laveria mention. I can see that too.
What I saw was they said the next time you see Wanda, she's going to be married to Doom, and that's how you're going to introduce Doom.
Nah, get out of here. That would not be good.
They married in the comics, man.
Did they?
Yes, they definitely did.
She's got a lot of shit to deal with before that happened.
I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have the Disney Plus show. I think that's gonna bring a lot of stuff back around. Does Queen Ramonda die in this movie?
Better not.
I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out, but if they better not, man. They better not.
Yeah, I think that would be a little too nasty spirited. By Marvel
Someone
standards.
has to die, and obviously it's not going to be M'Baku because he's around forever.
Yeah, someone
else has to die. And Angela Bassett, though she looks like she's 25, is 65 years old. I'm just saying. I don't know. That could definitely piss me off enough to have to walk out for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be in a private theater, but like, pause it. Give me 5.
Stop. I can't do it.
Hit the pause button. Yeah.
All right, but I want to hear what everyone else thinks about this trailer. I mean, it's everywhere. You can't go anywhere on YouTube. You can't go anywhere on the internet without seeing this trailer. I don't know what your thoughts are. Please hit in the comment section. Tell us what you think. Of course, I want you to like this video and then subscribe because it always helps with all the stuff we're trying to do. We try to put as much content out there as we can. Put comments in. We will definitely talk back to you guys, and we will come up. I want to know where we stand before this movie comes out.